went to the United States after becoming a member of the Jamaican Defense Force when I was 17 years old. I served the Jamaican Defense Force for 1 year, but the money was a little bit too low. The money wasn't too right. It was paying me like $40 every fortnight. And I didn't want to work for $40 every fortnight. We're talking about 1975. So I spent 1 year in the Jamaican Defense Force, and then I moved on into the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Being in the Jamaica Constabulary Force at that time in 1976, my salary was $367. I was a great big man at age 18. I never got myself into trouble. I always listened to my elders, listened to my parents, and I always walked the line. Because back in the days, it takes a village to raise a child. If you was a young kid and you misbehave, you best believe that the next door neighbor is authorized to spank you. And if you go home and tell your mommy that Mr. So-and-so and Miss So-and-so spank you, guess what? You're going to get another spanking. So ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I want to welcome both Member of Parliament, the Honourable Member of Parliament, Darrell Vaz, to my right, and to my further right is the Honourable Member of Parliament, Dr. Lynvale Bloomfield. Welcome, sir, to One Nation Together. Clapping. Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're going live. History is being created here tonight. If you look at the backdrop on the stage, there's a particular reason why I designed the backdrop like that. If you look, you'll see it is a replica of the Jamaican flag. Now what I've learned and what I've seen with all the high crime rate going on in Jamaica, we lack that civic pride. We lack that pride to respect our flag and respect our country. Because if we had loved our country, then we would make our country look bad in the eyes of the world. Jamaica a little bit, but with power. Jamaica is one of the most loved little islands in the world. They call us the Pearl of the Caribbean. You know what that means? We are on the lips because of Usain Bolt, Bob Marley, and all the other great artists. We're on the lips of every single human being in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, this One Peace Love concert is not just a stage show where you come and you say hooray and hoolah. It is not that. It is because I invited these two ministers who share political offices. And they live good. When I was doing my research about Mr. Portland, I found out that Mr. Portland and the Honourable Dr. Lynvale Bloomfield are in many photographs together, sharing and giving back to the people. So if the Honourable Ministers can do that, and without no animosity against each other, even though they're opposite side of the fence, but they respect each other. They laugh together tonight. They hug each other. They shook each other's hands. Jamaica, what are we doing? In Montego Bay, which is our tourist capital, crime is rampant. So we're begging you, listen to this, listen to the words of the Honourable Minister Darrell Vaz, and please listen to the words of the Honourable Minister Dr. Lynvale Bloomfield. When you leave here tonight, we want you to be satisfied spiritually, physically, emotionally, and any other healing that you can add to it. So without further ado, I'm going to call on stage for a big round of applause, a big birthday round of applause, the Honourable Minister, Dr. Lynvale Bloomfield. Give him a big birthday welcome!
Thank you very much. Honourable Minister Vaz, Minister, and Member of Parliament for West Portland, to the special invited guests on the platform today. Fellow citizens, good evening. Indeed, it's a pleasure for me to be here tonight. When I heard the theme and spoke with the promulgator of this, I felt I had to be a part of it. Because anything that says one nation, Jamaica, then all of us have that responsibility to step up to the plate to turn up for duty and to participate in anything that is positive and that will mean a forward step for our communities. I take a biblical perspective to culture, to history, and to development. And so when I saw the theme which says one nation, it spoke to the fact that one is a perfect number. Oneness means wholeness, and wholeness implies wellness, and wellness implies unity. And so it is incumbent upon all of us who are here to support one nation must understand our own personal responsibility. A golden rule, of course, which stems from the biblical admonition to all of us to love God and to love each other as we love ourselves. The golden rule, we call it. Because if at the heart of one nation is the need to treat every single person, no matter your position in life, as you would want everybody else to treat you. It is a principle that we ought to live by. Because as the Bible says in itself, that all of us need to be transformed by the renewing of our entire mind, that we might prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So we start by treating each other as we would want others to treat us. To promote people instead of promoting any other thing. There's so much promotions going on, and Christmas is here, and there are so many shows and so many events, so many promotions. But people must continue to be the center of the promotions and the events that we participate in. And one nation certainly speaks to that. Participation and power requires that each and every one of us steps out of our own comfort zones. It steps out of our own conventional form of thinking and get a different perspective. One nation speaks to that perspective. And all of us must now step out of our comfort zone to do things not because it is expected of us, but to do things because they are right and not because we might get something out of it. It is that individual sense of giving and of giving to others that is going to help us and push us forward. It is impossible for us to achieve anything without a focus on the people who are the center of what we do. Because it is only when we practice it that it becomes perfect. And it is only when we practice it that it becomes catching and contagious. And it is only when we practice it that others will pick up, catch the fever, and move on. I am sure in the years to come, one nation will grow from strength to strength as we ourselves unlearn some of the habits that we have acquired over many years, where we tend and we learn from community that we must put ourselves first, that we must struggle, that we must eat our food, that nothing can go on. When it is at the core of our existence, if we are to find our best selves, it is in the service of other people. One nation says to me that we need to unlearn some of the habits that we have learned over so much of our lives. By reacting to people, by giving back to people, by making sure that we set an example, not by coming here and telling people what they must do, but by starting with our own selves, by taking responsibility for our lives, by taking ownership for who we are, and then creating the conditions to be able to allow others to see. In other words, teach by example. And I'm sure that tonight, those who have participated in the events, I'm sure will be rewarded because they have participated, they have given of themselves, and have given to building community through sports, through culture, through the interactions that will make us great. I won't go much further because the time is far spent, but to encourage all of us, especially the young people, to support events like these, to participate, and to give each and every one a chance. And as the saying goes, each one must teach one. We give thanks for one nation. We lend our support. We continue to make sure it continues. And God continue to bless all of us as citizens of this country. Jamaica, one love.
Give the Honorable Minister Dr. Lynvale Bloomfield around him a resounding round of applause, please. Make some noise! Make some noise! Portland, do you know why we're here? One Nation is here because you're a model community. One Nation is here because consecutively for many years you have the lowest crime rate in Jamaica.